Hello students, welcome back. I am here again with another topic of your history chapter, the Sangam Age, chapter number 5, according to the reduced syllabus. So according to the new syllabus, that is the reduced syllabus of ICSE, in this chapter we will only study about the meaning of Sangam Age and the sources only the literary source, that is Tirukkural. So let us start with the new chapter, that is Sangam Age. So before starting this chapter, let us see where it existed, in which part of India the Sangam Age is considered to be a landmark in the history of South India. And it existed basically between 300 BC to 300 AD. That is 300 BC before Christ and till 300 AD, that is after the death of Christ of birth. So there were three main dynasties, that is the Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas. Let us see the geographical region, that is where they existed. As you can see on your screen, the map of India, and this is basically the South India. And the three main dynasties you can see are Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Chera kingdom was the earliest kingdom of South, and it extended along the western coast, as you can see on the map. Next is the Pandyas. That is, the Pandya kingdom was basically in the southernmost portion of the Indian peninsula. And the third dynasty was the Chola dynasty, and they were based in the Kaveri delta and spread along the Coromandel coast. So let us start with Sangam literature. Now, what do you mean by this word Sangam? Sangam generally is the Tamil form of the Sanskrit Sangh. Sangh means union. So, what is the union? Of what? That is the union of Tamil poets. And it also means an assembly or association. That is, assembly of various Tamil poets and scholars. It was an assembly of Tamil poets. So the Sangam age refers to the period when a bulk of Tamil literature was composed. Bulk of Tamil literature means a large number of Tamil literature was being composed during this period by a body of Tamil scholars and poets, as well as bards. Bards means a poet who recites the epics. In three successive literary gatherings, that is, three assemblies were conducted in the city of Madurai, and that's why these is known as Sangam. It was held under the patronage of Pandyan kings. That is, it was held in the city of Madurai under the patronage of Pandyan kings. That is, that is staying of the poets, scholars, everything was done by these Pandyan kings regarding their food, where they should stay. So that's why it is said that under the patronage of Pandyan kings. Now these texts were composed and compiled in assemblies of poets, which was held in the city of Madurai. So students, these are the important points, that if you get the meaning of the Sangam age, then you can write all these points in your copy, and this is the complete answer. Now let us study about the three assemblies which were held in the city of Madurai and under the patronage of the Pandyan kings. So first assembly, it is also known as head Sangam. Second assembly, which is known as the middle Sangam, and the third assembly, which is known as the last Sangam. And what are the texts which we have found during all the three assemblies? Now let us first discuss about the first assembly. It was held in the city of ancient Madurai, which was the capital city of Pandyas, and it has believed to be attended by gods and sages. It was said that generally gods like Shiva, Murugan, they had attended this meeting, but no text has been survived till now. And it has been said that these texts which were there, that has been submerged into the sea. And it was attended by the chairman, who was Rishi Agatsya, who is also known as the father of Tamil literature. Now coming to the second assembly, it was held in Kapadipuram, and it was attended by Tamil grammarians and Tamil poets. only one text has existed till now which tells us about the Sangam age, about the kings, and that is Tolkappiyam, which is written by Tolkappiyar. And this text is based on Tamil grammar, and this is the first text which we get to know about the Sangam age, which is based on Tamil grammar. And in this, Tolkappiyar has discussed about the type of society, type of administration and type of culture which existed during the Sangam age. Now coming to the third assembly, which is also known as the last Sangam, and it was held in the city of Madurai. Again, it was attended by the Tamil poets, scholars, grammarians, and many texts are there. But basically, we'll talk about the most important text, that is the Tirukural, which is also known as Kural, and it is written by Tiruvelluvar. Tiruvelluvar is considered to be the most important scholar and poet of the Sangam age and philosopher. He is also a philosopher, and this book Tirukural is considered to be the Bible of South India. So the next important topic is the source, that is Tirukural, which is written by Tiruvelluvar, who is the most important poet and philosopher of the Sangam age. Now this Tirukural is one of the 18th minor works of Patinan Kilkanaku, and it is the compound teachings of Dharamshastra, Arthashastra and Kamsutra. That is, it is a mixture of Dharamshastra, that is, it is based on religion, Arthashastra, economic is also described in this, and Kamsutra, that is, married life of the person is also described in this Tirukural. It is also a collection of Tamil couplets. Tamil couplets, you can say that these are the two successive lines, pair of two successive lines which generally rhyme at the end and they have the same length, like in a poetry. That is, for example, you can say that she was a little tense, the notice made no sense. So you can see that they are of the same length and they are rhyming at the end. So this was just like the couplets which were written in this book. And they were organized into 133 chapters. And these 133 chapters were grouped into 3 sections. These are very important sections, that is aram, righteousness, that is, the person has to do the right thing and it should be based on the law of religion. Now, second section was parul, related to wealth, and the third section was inbam or kamam, that is related to pleasure, that is happiness. Now, parul basically deals with the public affairs, that is administration, then diplomacy, everything related to that. And aram and inbam, they dealt with the ethical living. Ethical living means that the moral principles of the life. So students, one of the important fact I am going to tell you about this statue of Tiruvelluvar, which was built in honor of the famous poet, and it is built atop a small island near the town of Kanyakumari, which is on the southernmost point of Indian peninsula. So students, why I am telling you about this statue? Because this statue is very much related to his book Tirukural. As you can see that the statue's height is 133 feet, and in the book also Tirukural there are 133 chapters. The statue itself represents the second and the third book of the Kural text, namely that is wealth and love. The right hand of the statue with 3 fingers pointing skywards signifies the 3 cantos of the Kural text, that is Aram, Parul and Inbam. So students, if you visit Kanyakumari, do see this statue because it has been made in honor of our poet Tiruvelluvar. So it's question time now. Question number 1. What is meant by the term Sangam age? Second, who attended the first, second and the third Sangam? Question number 3, who was the author of Tolkappiyam? Question number 4, who was the author of Tirukural? What does it contain? These are the most important questions. Do it in your notebook, and till then, goodbye and stay safe.